Hey guys, this is Shannon with AVA Direct, and today we're taking a look at another new awesome EVGA product, the EVGA Geforce GTX 1080ti FTW3 DT. In case that wasn't enough of a mouthful for you, it was hard enough for me to pull off, probably with I don't know how many takes at this point, but we're going to roll with it. So that ostensibly long-named GPU basically means it's a really large graphics card based on the 1080ti GPU that gives you a lot of overclocking performance, because it must, being the fact that it's this big. So normally graphics cards end right around the top of the bracket here. This one goes much taller. There's a reason for that, because they want to fit a bunch of power components so that you can push this to even higher clock speeds, even though out of the box it's overclocked, so that you get even better performance. It also includes dual BIOS. So you have a normal BIOS, then an OC BIOS, which allows you to push it a little further. And this is part of our EVGA 19th anniversary build. So this card is a super high performance card designed to go in an obscene performance build. So with that, instead of just running the cables directly out of the top, which is cool enough on its own, run some cool sleeved cables, things like that, you also have the EVGA power link right here. And this will plug right into the top of the card. See if I can do this for a shot. Yes! Snaps in, and your power cables plug right into the side, which even with sleeved cables gives you a little more of a cleaner look, because then it allows you to run them straight out of here into a cable pass-through point and just eliminate a lot of the wiring clutter, while also giving EVGA another opportunity to show their logo right out of the top. So you have EVGA, EVGA. Then, as you flip this card around, this thing is actually really heavy. So we're going to be vertically mounting this GPU. So this is going to be really fun. It's got a lit up backplate which says EVGA Geforce GTX 1080ti. You've got an EVGA logo right in the center. And all of it, I actually really like this backplate design because it's all vented to allow some components to freely breathe a little bit. So you get a little bit of passive airflow over this, let's say, like from your case. It'll actually allow power components to breathe. Otherwise, when you have a standard solid backplate, if there are heat producing components, like maybe some, whether it be phase doublers or different ICs on the back, if there's power components back there that are creating heat, they could potentially have the heat trapped or just absorbed into the backplate and hopefully it will passively cool. I do like that they included the holes there to make sure it stays as cool as possible. Then you have your output. Your output, you have what you'd see standard on 1080ti, which is, as you can see, HDMI and 3 DisplayPort. What I do like that they did, for those guys that still run DVI monitors, don't want to run an adapter, they still included a DVI port there so that you have all your digital connectivity, since unfortunately with the 10 series cards, most of them don't really support a standard analog out. For the most part, it's all digital, so you have your HDMI and all that. And you got to use adapters to get to an analog, like a VGA output. So that's something to keep in mind if you're getting a card like this. But overall, this is probably one of the most powerful and one of the largest 1080ti's out there. And like I said, this is going to be part of the build for the EVGA 19th anniversary, and the special system we're speccing for it that we will offer for sale. We'll also be utilizing this card as well, along with a few other options from EVGA, so that you can pick the build that maybe fits your best price to performance ratio. So maybe you don't need a 1080ti, but you want 1060, but you still want the same looking system. We can build on that. But otherwise, this card should power amazing gameplay, high resolution, heavy amount of frame buffer, GDDR5X, basically ready to, across the board, to pound out some really good frame rate performance. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to see other content from us, be sure to like or subscribe to all of our social media channels, including YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, so that we can bring you even more content and you can stay up to date on exactly what we're talking about, all of our tech news, live streams, and all the above. And please share with us anything you'd like to see in the future.